Hello, this is Dale, and this is in this video I'm going to discuss how we did in the month of February and how we did at the beginning of this year. I'll tell you right up front, we haven't had a losing trade yet in 2025. It's been very positive. I want to go over how we put on the weekly bull put on February 13th. Then we'll look at the rack up of both January and February. This is one of the best and most profitable trading strategies available for the retail investor to bring in money consistently on a monthly basis. This is, I think, the 9th video I've put out where you can follow along to see how I did month after month, and I will continue to do this to show people the power of this strategy. First thing I want to do is show you the weekly SPX bull put 2-day till expiration trade that we put on February 13th, where we sold the bull put, and that means we are selling the 14 February, the next day, 6,005 put, which is this one right here. And then we buy one further out of the money, 10 points further out of the money for protection. This had already started to make a move, so we didn't get as much credit as we usually get. I could have come up here a little bit higher, maybe another 5 points, 10 points, and captured about $1, but I was okay with this. Then the next day, we basically let this, I say buy back, but we let this expire worthless. And for that, at the end of the day, it had gone up and then went sideways, and it expired worthless with a net debit of 0. So we made the 100% of the profit we could have made. And that is $75 for one contract. Remember, one contract for a vertical is 100 shares times the number of points you are apart from your short strike and your long strike. And here we're 10 points apart times 100 shares is $1,000. Each contract for a SPX weekly vertical will require a margin of $1,000. Okay, so that's $75 for one contract. That equates to $375 for 5 and $750 for 10. Remember, past performance is no guarantee of future results. Now, what I want to show you on these trades is there's two things that are in our advantage. The first is we always want to trade when the price is overbought or oversold, and the second thing is we want to always trade with the trend. And these two channels that are the two moving averages that I'm looking at really help you to zero in on the short-term trend for really a day and a half. The day and a half is that's all I'm looking for here. And you know, with what I'm looking at, it's very, very profitable, very consistent. Again, the two credit spread edges that we have is one, we place the trade when it's overbought, oversold. Well, how do you know that? Well, there's an indicator that I use that I've used for the 40 plus years I've been trading, and this helps me determine when the price is overbought or oversold. Within those channels, if it usually within that channel, I know that it's going to be about 75 to 95% chance of expiring out of the money, and that's to our advantage because we are sellers. We are sellers. The second thing is I use a delta of 0.1. Sometimes I'll go as high as 0.15 for the short strike, and in layman's term, what that means is 90%. 90% of all options that have a delta of 0.1 or lower will expire out of the money. But the combination of these two is very powerful. I've been averaging around 87% wins while I've been doing this 2-day to expiration credit spread trades. Month of January, we had 0 losses, and we're continuing that trend into February. We had 5 wins and 0 losses. The 5 wins, based on 5 contracts, netted us $2,325. Year to date, it's been January and February. That has been 11 wins and 0 losses for a total of $5,175. And this is based on 5 contracts, or $5,000 required by the broker. That's the amount that we've invested to make about 100%, a little bit more than 100% in 2 months. Now, I have to remind you that past performance is no guarantee of future results, but I have been trading this for well over 3 years, and this brings in money on a consistent basis month after month. I like to bring in the testimonials, and I get a myriad of testimonials. These are the ones that I just brought 3 in at random. These were for the month of February. The first one is from Frank T. He sent this in February 19th. He says, "Thanks for the great trades, including yesterday's." It's interesting you said that, because yesterday's was it started to go in our direction, then it came down, and then it went back in our direction. So we've had 5 great trades in the month of February, and I would assume that it will continue on. Second one comes from Chris M. That was February 20th. He says, "I'm very happy to say that I've been having a lot of success with your SPX 2-day till expiration strategy. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate your mentorship and guidance. When you become a member, I give you my direct email address, and you contact me anytime with any questions, and I'll either answer them right there, or I'll bring them into the webinar, record a webinar every Tuesday, and explain what I would have done. And I think this is great for the people that are just learning the strategy, to see how professional gets in and gets out." And the last testimonial says, "I have to say your strategy is the best I've seen, and I really want to master the fine details that will minimize my losses." Well, the first 2 months of the year, there's been no losses to minimize. Thank you for providing your feedback. That was from Kevin M. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to join me now. I release 1 to 2-day to expiration credit spread trades per week, and I have a greater than 87% win rate. And when I win, I've got enough to cover the losses. A lot of people say with credit spreads, "Oh, they're great. They got a high probability of being correct, but when you have a loss, it can wipe you out." Well, that is the case, and that's why I spend a lot of time focusing on what are the proper things to look at in order to exit the trade before you get into a lot of trouble. Well, there's 2 things you can do when you go to the website. Website is www.optionsinfinity.com. The first thing you can do is you can sign up for the workshop, which is 13 modules where I explain everything: how to set up your charts, what I look for, how I get in, how I get out of the trades. A lot of good information in there. And the second thing is you can go ahead and become a member. That kind of solidifies what you're learning in the workshop. You can see a professional on how I'm trading, how I'm getting in, how I'm getting out, and I explain the whole process. So it's a real additive to the workshop. So I hope you join me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will put on one of these videos at the beginning of every month to show you exactly how this strategy is working. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye-bye now.